Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. To the air, it's Croman Hope. He'll pull it down. On the move at the 30. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Here's the handoff. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program here.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Back to pass, it's Croman Hope. A strike downfield. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Give to the back. They're just trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, looking again to throw. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road. You know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Ready to try the point after. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense set on first down. Quarterback checking off. Leaves it with the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Last meeting was a classic as the Gators pulled out a close one.
Guys, it's a rivalry game that gets circled in the offseason, and for Gator fans in Gainesville and across the country, they have been bragging all year long after that win last season.
On second down, looking to throw. Fires toward the target. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Guys, you might know Florida State was once a women's college. Didn't start playing football until later. And in fact, didn't start playing the Gators until 1958.
Even though they haven't been playing a long time, this game has featured so many of the biggest names in the sport. You think about Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier on the sidelines, Charlie Ward, Chris Wenke, Tim Tebow, Danny Werfel, Heisman Trophy winners. This game has had it all.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Ready to fire from the pistol. With jet sweep pass. Headed to the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Gator!
Now, what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. And more yards after contact. Oh, look out. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. The Gators sending the offense back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
Makes the catch. It's Wilson.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Now on second and short after the first down completion. Running back searching for a hole. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, second and 7. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some
Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Seminoles will put toe to leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Quickly complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollack.
It's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be
reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. And you can have that kind of success on first down running the football. It just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Wide out in motion. They'll go right back to him. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock band. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we faced. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Now on 2nd down. This quarterback part of their running game. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much. Even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands. And it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Wood or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
At midfield, he's got room. Oh, look out, there he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking for a man, it's Croman Hope. Quick strike complete. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Noles! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it.
Oh, what a move!
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
He'll start this drive firing. Just a short pass to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. And now on 2nd down for this offense. From the gun to give, looking for room. He's now up to 52 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
And the Noles will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Trying to get to it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
Well, this game certainly doesn't have the longevity historically that a lot of other rivalries have in college football, but this game always means so much. It impacts the conference championship race, the national championship race, and the Heisman Trophy race.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Now 2nd and 10. On the option. He'll toss it. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Florida! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Line gets set, 1st down. To the air, it's Croman Hope. He's got it. Got room at the 35. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Now on the option. Now the pitch. At the 35, he's got room. With that, he's got 101 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Seminoles are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense. A big
ball in the air, intercepted. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Back to pass, it's Croman Hope. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you can tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll start this drive with a pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Daniels. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. If they have any intention of getting this drive going, they better come up with something on second and long from the 10. He's looking to throw. Escapes the sack. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Gators will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Takes it on the return. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it off to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
That's caught. It's Williams. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Safe completion on the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll go with a direct snap. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Right back to the well. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Here comes the option. Hard running there. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They decide against trying the 52-yard field goal. Instead, the offense trying to convert a 4th and short. Just going to keep it after the snap. That's a live ball. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Yeah, and that is so frustrating because he did the right thing. He got the first down, got past the sticks, but didn't do the most important thing and take care of the football, and that goes right back now to the defense.
And a great job, David, by the defense not quitting on the play, right? Of course, they saw him getting the first down, but they were still pursuing. They still got hats to the ball. They were able to rip it away, and that is a huge game-changing, momentum-changing type play.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. This offense has a 2nd down play. Handoff from the gun. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got a man. It's Abrams. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy from the
In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it. How about that one running it too? Great push up front.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make big plays like this with his feet.
And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Williams. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
That happens. You're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Not a lot of room in the middle to fit that one in, but he did. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, I think this running back has proven this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? In a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Fast motion from the offense. Trying to bully their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. He's right on target. Touchdown, Florida! They've got the lead here in the 4th. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnover's the biggest stat.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. The give out of the gun. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The defense will try to hold up one more time. Under 2 minutes to go. Scanning the field, it's Croman Hope. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the 1st down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this in this drive.
They'll try the run. Plows through the defense. crowd knows when to bring it. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. The give to the back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. Direct snap. Running through contact. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida State.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And it's good, and we're tied in the fourth quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Well, obviously here in the fourth quarter trailing, they're going to be throwing the ball, trying to get back in this game. Couldn't come up with it there on 2nd down. You're expecting them to throw it here on 3rd.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Croman Hope. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his... 28. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Oh, he wants it all. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
This time it's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. So here comes our first play of overtime. Wants to throw on first down. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
When I have all that speed on the field, I got to find a favorable matchup. They're all across the board. Which guy do I know can win? Man-to-man coverage, you can see that guy can win on that play.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Back to throw, it's Ambrose. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Touchdown, Noles! They strike first in overtime.
I mean, you got them backed up. You got them in a 4th down situation. You got the play initially stopped, but playing scrambling quarterbacks, you got to play the 2nd play and the 3rd play because they just keep running around, making things happen, and the QB does a great job on 4th down, getting in the end zone, making the big play.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for room. It's Daniels. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
3rd down in overtime. They have to keep the drive alive and try to get it in the house. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He just about had the pick, and what a play that would have been in overtime, but it brings up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The tension, the intensity, the drama, the offense steps to the line on 4th down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge overtime turnover.
That's a throw the quarterback would love to have back. You're obviously down here in the red zone. It's overtime. The windows are going to be small. He just got a bit too aggressive with his decision-making. The defense